They had no cell signal, no nearby campers, just the crackle of the fire and the suffocating silence of Black Hollow Forest. Olivia and Marcus had planned the trip for months, a remote weekend escape, far from city noise, blinking screens, and buzzing notifications. The first night was perfect. Stars like pinpricks above them, s'mores melting between their fingers, and shared laughter muffled by the fabric of their tent. But something changed the second night. It began with a scream, not from them, from the trees. A distant, high-pitched cry tore through the forest, too human to ignore, too unnatural to accept. They froze. Marcus reached for the flashlight, his hand trembling slightly. Olivia's voice cracked as she whispered, "Was that someone?" They swept the woods with the beam of light. Shadows shifted, branches danced. Nothing moved. Nothing breathed. They turned back toward the tent, and then came the whisper, soft, close, and familiar. It said Marcus's name, exactly like his own voice. He stopped cold. That sounded like me. They didn't sleep that night. At sunrise, exhausted and pale, they packed their gear and set out early. But the trail felt wrong. The air was heavier. The path curved, strangely. A burned log, a crooked branch, a broken stone shaped like a heart, then again, and again. By the third time they passed the same cluster of moss-covered roots, Olivia's voice shook. "Marcus, we're walking in circles, I know this spot." He didn't answer. Just ahead, his backpack lay half unzipped. He blinked. "I closed that." Inside it, lying on top of his clothes, was a photo, charred at the edges, of them, by the fire the night before, smiling. Except his face was smudged, erased, gone. They ran. Tree branches clawed at their skin. The sunlight dimmed, swallowed by thick clouds. No matter where they turned, the trail curved back on itself, as if the forest were folding around them. Then they saw it, their tent. Exactly where they'd left it. Exactly how they'd left it. But they'd never come back. Olivia's breath hitched. "This isn't possible, we packed it." "Marcus, we left." He stared at the fire pit, still burning. Even though they hadn't touched it, the fire burned. Steady, silent, waiting. The flames cast long, flickering shadows across the trees, shapes that didn't move with the wind. They didn't speak. They couldn't. Instead, they stumbled, away from the campfire, deeper into the woods, until they found a massive tree, its trunk split like an open wound. They sat beneath it, back to back, breathing in sync. Marcus reached over, found Olivia's hand in the dark. "I'll stay. Awake," he whispered. She nodded, leaning her head against his shoulder. "I'll try," she replied. But fear is heavy, and the weight of sleeplessness eventually dragged them both down. Their heads bowed, their hands loosened, and sometime in the suffocating dark, they fell asleep. When morning came, only Olivia opened her eyes. The forest looked exactly the same, but something was missing. It took her a moment to realize. Her head was resting on bark, not on Marcus. She turned, slowly. He was gone. Not a trace. No blood, no torn fabric. Only crushed grass where he'd sat, and a faint warmth fading quickly. She screamed his name into the trees. No one answered, only echoes. Her own voice bouncing back, warped and weak. She walked for hours, maybe days. The forest didn't change. The sun didn't rise or set. It just hung in place. Time looped, bent, frayed. She forgot how long she'd been there. She forgot what Marcus's laugh sounded like. Then she forgot his name. One cold morning, a pair of hikers stumbled upon a woman curled beside a long dead fire pit. No tent, no supplies, just a weathered photograph clutched in her hands. Two figures, sitting beside a fire. But their faces were gone.